We're now live on YouTube. Good morning. The 36th District Court in the state of Michigan is now in session with the Honorable Tenisha Yancey presiding. While court is in session, there will be no talking, sleeping, lying down, driving, no wearing of any hair garments unless it's for religious purposes only, no chewing of any gum or reading of any material, and you must be properly dressed when a judge asks you to turn on your cameras. Good morning again, Your Honor.
Good morning to all of you. Ms. Worthing, we're gonna proceed with this probation review first.
Sure, no problem, Judge.
You have two citizens today, actually. Well, I guess we're holding off on Nathan.
Just until the people get here from mental health.
I got one for Mr. Barber.
Okay. Now calling the people versus DeAndre Brown, ticket number Z8085521, one count of operating while intoxicated. Please state your appearance for the record. Starting with the probation officer.
I'm Officer Joseph Thomas on behalf of the probation department, standing in for Officer of Record Gary Bradfield.
And I'm bringing Mr. Brown now. Can you see?
Judge Ben Werbling, P64889 on behalf of Mr. Brown.
Okay. And Mr. Brown is coming out of the breakout room.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Werbling, can you go get him? He's in room 18.
I sure can.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Here today.
Mr. Overson.
Go from me. Air conditioning to heaters.
Oh, there we go. Mr. Brown is on now. Mr. Brown, can you unmute and state your name for the record?
Mr. Werbling, if you're talking to us, we can't hear you either.
DeAndre Brown.
Good.
Today is the date and time set for probation review. Officer?
Good morning, Your Honor. The defendant has been doing well on probation. After speaking with Officer Bradfield, he indicated the only outstanding condition that's remaining is there's a balance of $200 still on the case. I know the defendant just made a $400 payment on the 10th. So Officer Bradfield had said that he was open to giving the defendant more time, a 30 or 60-day adjournment, whatever was needed.
So he didn't attend the...
Mr. Brown shaking his head, though, as I think maybe he thinks something different.
Yes, there is something different.
What is it,
Yes.
Mr. Brown? Yes, sir.
Judge, everything is paid off. Everything is paid off. When we talked last time, you told me about review. I paid off everything. I noticed that you saying that there was
What was the total, Mr. Brown? What was the total amount that you were ordered to pay?
I was $790.
Is that are you including the cost that the court assessed? Because there were fines and fees that the court assessed, and then there's probation fees as well.
Everything was zeroed out. The last couple of times I just paid. I mean, I paid. It kept showing that $200 balance, and I paid it and paid it. I didn't want to pay it again. I even got the receipt sent to me email. I emailed the receipt to Mr. Bradfield. I don't know.
Let me ask you this, Mr. Brown. When did you make that $200 payment?
The 14th and the 16th. It was Friday.
Okay,
Friday.
so the way when you pay online, it doesn't go immediately into the system. So if he did pay, if I don't disbelieve him, I'm just saying, Your Honor, if he did pay on Friday, it's probably not going to show in GIS yet. It probably in the next few days it should show in the system.
I made sure. That
So one thing, wait, Mr. Brown. One thing I have in my notes that this review was set for July 10th. Was there a reason? Did I reschedule it because I was out? Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
No,
okay.
We had a meeting.
It was me.
We had.
Not on July 10th. We didn't because I wasn't here.
No. Right.
Okay. No, okay. So then we are going. When is he scheduled for discharge, Mr. Thomas, Officer Thomas?
So he is set for discharge on October 28th of this year, Your Honor.
Okay. And of course, I can consider early discharge if everything is done by the next review hearing. So before we do that, the victims impact panel, that's been completed.
Yes, it has, Your Honor.
Alcohol highway safety education level has been completed.
Yes, Your Honor.
And he is not consumed, or has he been testing for alcohol and drugs?
He's been testing clean at ATS.
Okay, good, great job, Mr. Brown.
Thank you. And everything is paid. I am sure of that.
And you,
I don't know how the system is working, but I mean, because when we spoke last time, you said, Mr. Brown, why, pay this,
how long has it been on probation?
and you told me if I paid it, I could have called and got a review and had a schedule pushed up with your clerk. I was not going to come back in front of you without that being paid, everything taken care of. But that was the only thing that's holding me up.
12 months in October, but he been on since October 28th.
What's the 6 month? Oh. Yeah. Okay, so what we're gonna do, only because I have, and I do believe that you've made the payment, Mr. Brown, but we're gonna reschedule your review for next month instead of doing it for 3 months. That way I can consider early discharge in
I
August.
thought that's what we were doing now.
Only, Mr. Brown, you're still in my courtroom. I don't have proof of payment. I can't, I absolutely need to see that it hits the system. I realize that we're a little antiquated down here, which is why I'm going to give, because technically you're on probation until October, right?
I know, yes.
So
Yeah.
I am willing to take you off in August, but we just need to see that payment hit the system in August.
Can I email it to you right now? It's on my email. I just emailed it to Mr. Bradfield. I got I got everything.
Bradfield.
My probation officer.
And Officer Thomas, you don't have it.
I emailed him everything, and he emailed me. Thank you.
Mr. Brown, wait. Mr. Brown, wait a minute. Slow down, sir.
Your Honor, can I make a proposal? Can I make a proposal, Your Honor? This is what I've done previously in matters like this, where the defendant's paid, but it hasn't hit the system yet. I just recommend this, and that's we adjourn for a week and just make it so that once that posts in JIS, the Officer Bradfield can just submit a discharge to your courtroom, and then we don't even have to schedule another hearing.
Okay, we can do that. So 1 week from today would be
The 24th. And I just say put a date a week out, and then that way Officer Bradfield can just put the discharge in, and that doesn't even have to be an actual hearing.
It's gonna be a good day for us.
1 moment. The 24th. It's bad.
It's kind of heavy.
What about the 25th?
She, as you say,
Our next week is a little booked up, but let's see.
Well,
We can
it'll
do
be,
the 26th.
I was gonna say it's gonna be real quick,
We
because
can do the 26th.
we've already done everything. I've already verified everything. So we're gonna adjourn this matter to July 26th. As long as that payment has posted on July 26th, this will be a discharge.
Thank you. Okay. I have one
Mr.
other
Brown,
question.
I gotta keep my job too. So in order for me to keep my job, we have to follow some protocols and processes and procedures, okay?
Okay, I got one question. I haven't they haven't called me yet this month to drop. I pay every time I go to drop. So I'm probably expecting them to call me within this week. Do I still have to continue with that? Because they charging me too every time I
Mr.
go.
Thomas, is it too late to cancel the next one?
I would say we can probably discontinue his testing since we're looking at discharging him once the payment post in the system. I'm not opposed to discontinuing testing.
Okay, so the court is gonna order that the testing is discontinued due to financial reasons. And the fact that over the past 6 months, he has tested negative for drugs and alcohol. So Mr. Brown, we will order we will discontinue the testing on your behalf.
Thank you, Judge.
And then we'll see you back here on July, I'm sorry, what day was it? July 26th
26,
at 8:30.
Yes, ma'am.
8:30, yeah. All right, you're free to go, sir. I'll see you then.
Y'all have a good day. Good
You
week.
too, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Do we have someone here from mental health court yet?
I'm trying to see, I wonder. if
Mr. Hart, are you from Miss?
No.
Oh, never mind. He's ready though.
No, that's somebody, nobody joined in yet.
Okay.
Mr. Attorney Hart, are you ready to proceed with your matter?
Yeah, I'm not sure. The prosecutor was trying to get a hold of a city attorney and she wrote up, but I'm not been presented to you.
Yeah, she emailed it. I have it in the email. But are you ready to proceed with it, or you're not going, or you don't, not trying to accept the offer?
Well, I don't know yet. I need to talk to my client.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm placing you in the breakout room with her right now.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Worbley, you can bring some people out that you're ready on. Attorney Michaels, we're just waiting for someone from mental health court to Zoom in. Okay.
She said, okay.
She gave me a number. That's in there.
Or what?
Early.
Mm-mm. Okay.
Did you want to do 5, Barbara?
So I'm trying to.
Just go ahead, Mayor. There you go. Thank you. Just keep your devices on mute, please, until your case is called. Thank you. Put your phone back on mute, Willie. I'll put you on mute. You taking yourself off. Thank you.
You all right, bro? You all right?
Put your phones on mute, please. Put your phones on mute, please. Thank you. Please keep in mind you are in the courtroom now. Justin, if you don't mind, can you please have a seat for us, please? Thank you.
Picture of my son with his girlfriend.
Hey, there we go. Thank you. Do keep in mind, everyone, we are in court. Mr. Workler, are you ready now?
We are ready.
Okay, what order would you like to go in?
We could start with Lacey Burris.
Okay,
Yep.
I don't have to reopen court, I don't think, but the court is back in session.
Lacey Burris.
Yes.
Now calling the people versus Lacey Danielle Burris, ticket number P1455996, one kind of driving while license suspended, repeat offender. Please state your opinion for the record, starting with the attorney.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ben Werbling, P64889 on behalf of the defendant. Your name for the record, Ms. Burris.
Lacey Burris.
And Your Honor, this is a date and time set for a pretrial, but she has presented valid documentation. I made that known to Corporation Counsel. I believe there is a recommendation to dismiss for valid documentation.
All right, good job, Ms. Burris, because if you were a repeat offender, I was really going to be concerned had you not come back to court today with your driver's license, but I'm happy that you do.
Like, I didn't verify her driver's license.
Oh, one moment, please.
I didn't verify her. One second, just waiting on the SOS to come back.
Mr. Worbley, make sure you're shoot us a message, a chat to verify license with SOS.
Yes, Your Honor.
Just to make things move a little faster.
Sure, I should. Yes, Judge.
And while we're waiting, Attorney Hurd, are you ready? Did your client accept the plea agreement?
Well, Judge, what we'd like to do is she's prepared to accept the agreement as it applies to the first 3 counts, but we're going to ask for another final pretrial on the disobey a lawful command, the misdemeanor.
I'm not sure she can accept the plea, a partial plea.
Well, they're separate tickets, if that makes any difference, Judge.
She got them both on the same day. She got them all on the same day.
What? Who did you get the plea agreement from? Because it's their plea, so I need to make sure that I understand what the plea offer was.
The offer was from Ms. Cole, and she was emailing, is it City Attorney Springer? Because it looks like some of them are written under the city code and some of state statutes.
And there's 3 counts?
Well, there's 4 altogether. Actually, it looks like 3 of them are under the city code and 1 is under the state statute.
Can you give me some? Oh, because I don't know if her offer was based on. Wait a minute, this is Berkeley. Okay, we have what you want.
That's what that. For some reason, I'm not getting back this SOS from you.
Yeah.
Tell her she did.
Mr. Worbley, we're back on the record on the Burris matter. How were you able to verify this driver's license, sir?
Well, Judge, I had sent the text to the prosecutor. So when he came back with a dismissal, I thought that he had ran it with the clerk.
Was that Mr. Goss?
Yes.
Well, I think it might have went down.
I know Mr. Goss and, yeah. Mr. Goss just walked out of here too, for me. Who you calling? Who calling? Mr. Worbley, he said that you stated that she had proper documentation and he didn't realize that it was driver's license. So we're gonna have to adjourn or set this for, what was the schedule for already?
I think it was
A pretrial, I believe, right? Yeah, pretrial today.
Okay, we can set it for final pretrial.
Or just maybe just give me just hold for a second. Maybe we call hers at the end.
Okay.
Just to see if it comes back up.
Ms. Burris, if you want, you can hold on for a moment to see if we can get the SOS Secretary of State's website to come back up. Otherwise, we're gonna have to reschedule you for another date where we can verify that the driver's license is actually valid.
Okay.
All right, so I'll recall the Burris matter momentarily, and then for the Burks matter, Mr. Hart, I just need to know what the offer, like, I see what the offer is. I need to know if the intent of her offer was that she pled to all counts. Because if that's not the case, if it's all or nothing type of offer, then we wouldn't be able to accept that plea.
You know what? I don't want to speak for the prosecutor. I think she was just trying to wrap everything up. But we also talked about the fact that how that portion, failure to disobey lawful order of a police officer, was a separate ticket. So I thought, and I think she thought we could handle that separately, but I don't want to speak for her.
That is what that's what she said in the email.
And she was going to dismiss all 3 civil infractions?
No, she wanted us to plead this.
So tell me what the plea, I'm sorry, let me look at this real quick. To count 1, you were pleading to 6 to 10 limited access.
Which, as I understand it, is a 1-pointer.
Correct. Count 2.
Immediately disclosed would be reduced to section 4 of that same statute, which instead of being a 6-month suspension of the CPO and a fine, it's a civil infraction with $100 fine and no suspension of the CPO.
Okay. And then count 3, she was gonna dismiss that without prejudice?
Correct.
And what was she willing to do with the disobeying the lawful order of a police officer pursuant to your plea offer?
She emailed City Attorney Gary, my client, to plead to the charge 7.1.1. That's because
you're breaking up pretty bad. We're trying to make it out though. We have a city attorney here in the courtroom, but you're breaking up a little bit.
I want me to review this ticket.
She's out.
what she wanted to do was have my client plead to disobey lawful order of a police officer. Have that taken basically under advisement under 771.1 with a dismissal as long as she doesn't get in any more trouble.
But your client does not wish to plead. That's the one plea that she does not wish to accept. Is that correct?
It is. And that, as I understand it, that's the only one that's a criminal violation. The others are all civil.
We need to have, they all rise out the same thing, so.
No, Ms. Cole said it doesn't. She sent the email. She said the three
It
is
didn't
for her,
come out
one
as
is for you.
Brenda?
She said one is city, the other three was her. She took.
Yeah.
No. So yeah, cause we gotta,
I'm gonna go back on the record on Ms. Burris, just to have her, we can resolve at least one thing this morning. Back on the record on the People versus Lacey Danielle Burris, ticket number P1455996, one count of driving while license suspended. The court has verified that Ms. Burris' license are currently valid, therefore we will dismiss this without prejudice. Ms. Burris, make sure you keep your license up to date, ma'am, and you are free to, one moment. Done. You are free to go, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
She's not answering.
Ms. Cole,
we don't need her.
you don't?
No, I can. I'm calling in to go in the breakout room with.
Mr. Hart, if you can go into the breakout room again to meet with the city attorney to see what he's willing to do with the one disobeying.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. He's on his way. He just left my courtroom. Mr. Workman, who are we ready to proceed on?
Judge, I had Mr. Bow, might Bow.
And are we still waiting for Mr. Nathan Bond?
Sure. I'll check on that.
Now calling the People first. One moment. How did you pronounce his first name?
I pronounce it might. I don't know if that's correct.
It's Maite.
Mighty. Okay, Mighty.
Yes.
Sorry about that, Mr. Bell.
No
Mighty.
problem.
Okay, one moment.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now calling the People versus Maite Art Lonnie Bell, ticket number X 420-9422, count 1, motor vehicle operation without security, count 2, speeding on the freeway 25 and over, count 3, registered plate expired non-CMV. Please state your appearance for the record, starting with the attorney.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ben Whirling, P64889 on behalf of the defendant. Your name for the record, sir?
Maite Bell.
And Your Honor, this is the date and time set for a pretrial. Mr. Bell wants to continue his not guilty plea. He's requesting a bench trial, Your Honor.
Okay, the court will enter a not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Bell and continue the $0 personal bond. Where is this? There's already a bond set for $0 personal bond. We'll continue that bond and set this matter for trial. Bench trial. Mr. Bell, is that what you wish to do? You were advised by your counsel and he advised you that you have a right before a jury, a right to a trial before a jury or a trial before me, and you've chosen to have a trial before me as a trier of fact?
Correct.
Okay, so we're gonna set this matter for bench trial on August 10th, 2023 at 8:30 a.m.
Okay.
And we will see you on that morning, sir. Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Thank you. we ready to proceed on, Mr. Worthing?
Judge, we have Douglas. Is he here? Or did I lose him? Douglas Brown. I don't see him here.
Hello?
Oh, he's here. Yes, we're ready on Douglas Brown, Judge.
Is that Douglas Brown speaking?
Yes.
Start your video, sir.
Now calling the People versus Douglas Maurice Brown Jr., ticket number P1454918, one count of consuming marijuana in a public place or consuming where prohibited by owner. Please state your appearance for the record, starting with the attorney.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ben Werbling, P64889, on behalf of the defendant. Sir, could you state your name, please, for the record?
Douglas Brown.
And Your Honor, this is the date and time set for a pretrial. He's continuing his not guilty plea, requesting a bench trial.
Okay, and you were advised of your rights, Mr. Brown, by Mr. Worthing?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial before me as a trier of fact or before a jury, and you're choosing to have a trial before me as a trier of fact, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So the court will enter a not guilty plea on your behalf, continue a $0 bond, and set this matter for trial on August 10th, at 8:30 a.m. We will see you that day, sir,
August 10th.
August 10th. You have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, you're free to go.
Okay, thanks.
Bye. Mr. Worthing, who's next?
Thank you, Judge. Judge Willie James Ballard.
All this other stuff in the Brown file was resolved.
You only just have all of them in default, the one in Warren says.
No.
I swear, I'm removing it, so it's okay.
Okay. You said it's for trial too? And I'm sorry, who did you say you were ready on, Mr. Worthing?
Judge, it was Willie Ballard.
Now calling the People versus Willie James Blade Ballard, ticket number P1365941, count one, loud music from a motor vehicle more than 10 feet away. Ticket number P1450947, count one, no insurance misdemeanor, count two, expired plates, count three, allowing to ride outside of vehicle. Ticket number P1461876, count one, loud music from a motor vehicle more than 10 feet away. Please state your opinions for the record, starting with the attorney.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ben Wordling, P64889, on behalf of the defendant. Your name for the record, sir?
Willie Ballard.
Judge, date and time set for a
Wait.
pre-trial. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Go right ahead.
That's okay. Judge, date and time set for a pre-trial. Mr. Ballard wants to waive his rights. He wants to take advantage of the offer. He would be pleading to the first loudspeaker case. The recommendation, I think the last four digits are 9411, which would be pursuant to a 3-month delayed sentence. There's a no insurance that would be dismissed. The loudspeakers, the second loudspeaker charge would be dismissed. He plead responsible to the expired plates. And that last charge, which is 9473, that would be dismissed as well.
So we're dismissing the allowing to ride outside,
Yeah,
the no insurance misdemeanor,
yes,
and one loud music.
correct.
Is that your understanding of the plea, Mr. Ballard?
Yeah,
Okay, that's not giving you permission to continue to do the things, the loud music ticket that you get repeatedly, like you learn from your mistakes and you don't do them in the future. You understand that, Mr. Ballard?
yes, ma'am.
And you were advised of your rights by Mr. Workland. You understood your rights?
Yes,
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for a guilty plea today?
no, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes,
And are you pleading guilty because you actually are guilty?
yes,
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give today will be the truth and the entire truth?
yes,
You can put your hand down, turning your attention to June 24th, 2022. Were you driving in the area of Monroe and St. Antoine in the city of Detroit?
yes,
And were you driving a white 2022 Polaris?
yes,
All right, you came in contact with Detroit Police Department on that day, sir?
yes, ma'am.
Were you pulled over because of your loud music that you had, that you were playing in the motor vehicle? Where it was louder, it was loud and more than 10 feet away, they could hear it from more than 10 feet away?
Yes, ma'am.
Stipulate to probable cause for the dismissals, Mr. Worthing?
Yes, we do, Your Honor.
Stipulate to the four corners of the ticket for expired plates?
Yes, we do, Your Honor.
All right, so the court is also satisfied and will enter a guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Ballard for loud music for a motor vehicle more than 10 feet away. Assessing fines and fees of this matter of $250. Also will enter a responsible plea for expired plate. The fines and fees in that matter is going to be $145. Do you need 30 days to pay them both?
No, ma'am.
How long do you need?
A week.
Okay, so it's a total of $495 that will be paid no later than July 31st. If you haven't paid it by July 31st, you do need to appear back here on the same Zoom at 8:30 that morning. Otherwise, you're free to go. Wait, was one of these a 3-month? Back up. Mr. Werblin, you just gonna let me go through these? Wait, Mr.
It was a 3-month delayed
Ballard.
sentence. Yes, sorry.
Mr.
Judge.
Ballard, don't leave yet. One of these is for a 3-month delayed sentence, so you will still make the payment. You actually have you really do have the 3 months to make that payment, because as long as it's paid in the 3 months and you have no further contact with police, I'll dismiss the loud music ticket that you pled guilty to today.
Okay.
You understand that?
Yes.
Okay, so you're gonna come back no matter what, whether you paid it or not, you still have to come back before me on October 17th at 8:30 in the morning.
Okay.
Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're not driving, are you?
No.
All right, I'll see you on October 17th at 8:30, sir.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome, thank you.
Mr. Nathan, can you please join room 2, please? I gave you a prompt to join room 2.
Is this attorney need to go in there too?
She's in there already. He's the only one who didn't go.
Oh, okay.
Nathan? There you go. Thank you.
Nothing.
Who's next, Mr. Werblin?
We had Jerome Burks.
I got a question. What about Sean Boyd? Was they free to go or?
You know what? That was a pre-trial.
It was? Okay. I was
Yeah,
wondering why they were still in the
pre-trial.
breakout room.
You know, yeah, he must have not left. Good.
Okay.
I did both of his, even like his, civil infraction for the same day. I'm like,
Judge Yancey's looking. What's your name, ma'am? What's your name? Oh yeah, he was in the wrong court. Yeah. Hopefully you're not too late. It's 360-339-0009. So listen, just instead of you doing the 335, just put 339.
Did you say you were ready on Jerome Burks?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now calling the people versus Jerome Burks, ticket number Z808947. One count of operating while intoxicated. Please state your appearance for the record.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ben Werbling, P64889 on behalf of Jerome Burks. Sir, could you state your name for the record, please?
Mr. Burks, unmute your phone and state your name for the record.
Jerome Burks.
And Judge, this is a day and time set for a pre-trial. Mr. Burks wanted to waive his rights, take advantage of the offer. However, it'd be a no contest plea due to lack of sufficient memory. That was acceptable.
One moment, Mr. Worthing.
Sure.
Did you discuss the offer with the prosecutor, Mr. Worthing?
Judge, I'm sending him a text right now.
Oh, he's
So
here
if you
now.
want, we
Hold on.
could pass, Judge.
No, he's here now.
Okay.
So he's okay with it, Mr. Workman.
Okay, sorry about that. Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Mr. Goss.
You want new date?
You pre-trial that?
Yes.
He said you're welcome.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, and so he's gonna plead, no contest to the operating while intoxicated?
To the amended charge of OWVI, Your Honor.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
And Mr. Burke, you had an opportunity to talk to Mr. Workman in the breakout room. Did he advise you of your right?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand your right?
Yes.
Did anyone threaten you? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, did anyone threaten you or force you to plead no contest today?
No, ma'am.
All right. So you're taking this plea on your own free will, sir?
Yes.
And there's no factual basis, since you are pleading no contest, there's no factual basis. So the court is going to enter a guilty plea on your behalf for operating while visibly impaired. I'm gonna set this matter for sentencing. I believe we got an email to say, okay, you're judging it on that email that we got.
That's a month from today.
So you're scheduled for sentencing on August 17th. Oh, yeah. August 17th at 8:30 is when you'll come back for sentencing. I need you to, are you able to use the chat button? You'll see a chat from my clerk momentarily. She's gonna chat you. You're gonna respond to the chat with your phone number so that the Department of Probation can contact you to do a pre-sentencing investigation report.
Okay.
Assessing fines and fees in this matter of $350. Well, I'll do it on the date of sentencing, but I'm gonna give you a heads up that it will be $350 on the date of sentencing. And we will see you on August 17th. Don't leave until we've received your phone number.
Did you see the chat, sir?
You got to put in your phone number. Wait, let me get to you. Hold on. It's damn phone. Come on now. Hold on. Just a minute.
Okay, we'll just put you on mute until you can get it. If not, just hang tight and then we'll call you at the end and get your information, sir. 1 second. Attorney Hurt, you just wanted a new date, correct?
Yes, please.
Okay, is August 10th a good date for you?
No, it's
I didn't hear you.
not.
Your phone.
You're breaking up. Turn your camera off, Attorney Hart. Turn your camera off and try to speak to us that way, because it may help.
Does that help?
Yes, it does.
Oh, good call, Judge. Thank you. Yeah, sorry, Judge. The week of the 10th and the week of 21st, I'm off.
Okay, so can you do the 14th?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, and it's gonna be for a pretrial, correct?
Correct.
We're just adjourning your pretrial?
Correct.
Okay, we will see you then.
Okay, we'll be on Zoom again.
Yes,
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate it.
you're welcome.
Ms.
Take care.
Burks, we'll see you back then. Have a good one.
Okay.
8:30 in the morning, August 14th.
Mr. Workman, who are we ready to?
Yes, Your Honor, we were ready on Latanya Barnes.
I know for sure I don't have that.
Is she
No,
here?
she's not here
Oh,
anymore.
she's not here. I lost her. She was in 14, but we can move. We can go to Justin Babel until I can locate her, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yeah, she's not here at all.
Huh, lost her.
Yep.
Okay.
Who we say next?
Babel.
Justin?
It was Justin Babel.
Our last three.
Yes,
You got Clyde, Barbara, and Melissa. You got Clyde.
yeah.
I know Marlon this one.
One, 7273. Now calling the people versus Justin. One moment, just for our records. Justin, do you spell your name Justin or On? Unmute your phone, please, sir. Unmute.
Justin?
You have to unmute, sir.
I think I got
Okay.
it now.
Is it IN or ON?
It's IN.
Okay, perfect. Now calling the people versus Justin Frederick Babel, ticket number P14555755, count 1, driving with a revoked license. Ticket number P145727, count 1, driving unregistered untitled vehicle. Count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. Count 3, improper plates. Please state your appearance for the record.
Morning, Your Honor. Ben Wordling, P64889 on behalf of Mr. Babel. Sir, could you state your name for the record, please?
Justin Frederick Babel.
And Judge, date and time set for a pretrial. He wishes to continue his not guilty plea at this time. He's requesting a bench trial.
Okay. The court will enter a not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Babel. Thank you for the correction. We will enter a not guilty plea on your behalf, continue your $0 personal bond, and set this matter for trial on August 10th at 8:30 a.m. You're free to go, sir. We'll see you on August 10th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too. Do I leave now?
Yes, you can leave.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Worthing.
Case manager, Ms. Taylor, are we ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, give me one moment. Now calling Nathan Brendan Baum, ticket number Z8088171. One count of operating while visibly impaired. Please state your appearance for the record, starting with the attorney.
Good morning, Ellen Michaels. My P number is 67943. On behalf of Nathan Baum, who's present over Zoom, we agree to proceed over Zoom.
Mr. Baum, will you state your name for the record?
Nathan Brendan Baum.
And we have a case manager here. Will you state your name for the record, please, ma'am?
Yes, Specialty Court Case Manager Jasmine Taylor.
Thank you, Ms. Taylor. I reviewed, today's the date and time set for sentencing. And the court reviewed the pre-sentencing investigation report that recommended mental health court. We did call the case manager in to do an evaluation. Ms. Taylor?
Yes, Your Honor. On today, after meeting with the defendant and looking at the background history and information, it looks like he appears to be eligible for our specialty court program. But after speaking with the defendant, he does not want to voluntarily participate in the program at this time.
The reason for that, Your Honor, is that he's been under a doctor's care for a long time and his meds are stabilized and mental health hasn't been an issue for quite a long period of time. He doesn't feel like he's a candidate for mental health court and believes that standard probation terms at this point would be appropriate for him to be successful given the offense.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Taylor. You're free to go.
No problem. Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, what I could do is put together a sentencing memo on my client's behalf to give you a little bit more history as to the services that he's had over the years and what his treatment history is.
Okay. I'm also going to, so we're going to adjourn the sentencing for you to prepare. How long would you need to prepare that, Attorney Michaels?
4 weeks.
How many?
3 weeks. Let's see. I'm looking at my calendar. I'm sorry. Okay. Be 2 weeks is probably fine. We could come back on the 31st.
Give me 1 second.
Sure.
August 2nd. Wait. But you were saying the 31st of July?
Yeah, or whatever Your Honor wants. We can go further out.
What were your dates again? You're gone July 22nd through the 25th. Is that correct, Mr. Braun?
Yeah, yes, 22nd to the 25th.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so July 17th. Okay, so we can do July 31st at 8:30.
Okay.
You know what? Make it 9 o'clock, Attorney Michaels.
Okay, sounds good. And I'll send over the sentencing memo.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
My email. You can send it to me, Miss Attorney Michaels. The email that I sent to you this morning.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Just send it back to me. Okay.
You got it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye. Everybody, you can log out, Nathan. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Sidebar.
Let me say, decline. So he declined mental health court. Attorney will prepare.
Mr. Burks, you did not send me your full number, so you're gonna have to stay until court is over because I sent you back a chat. That's not a whole phone number. So just hold
You're
tight.
gonna have to wait it so that we can discuss it without being on live on YouTube, sir. Nope. Nope. Page 5. Yep. Vitalia. Vitalia.
All right, there we go. Okay, Mr. Burks, now you're free to go.
Ms. Brown, will you pronounce your name for me, please? Unmute your phone. Unmute your device. Unmute your device. You should have gotten a message from me that's asking you to unmute. You should be able to just click on that.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Pronounce your first name, please.
Vatilla Brown.
Vatilla, thank you. Now I'm calling the People versus Vatilla Brown, ticket number P1429858, count 1, no insurance misdemeanor, count 2, defective brake lights, count 3, drove while license not valid or improper license. Please state your opinions for the record, starting with the attorney.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ben Werbling, P64889 on behalf of Ms. Brown. Ms. Brown, could you state your name for the record, please?
Vatilla Brown.
Judge, this is the date and time set for a pretrial. My client wants to waive her rights, take advantage of the offer. She'd be pleading to the second, well, it's the license improper would be amended to failure to display. The other two matters would be dismissed.
Is that your understanding of the plea, Ms. Brown?
Yes.
And you had an opportunity to talk to Mr. Wergling in the breakout room. Did he advise you of your rights?
Yes.
Did you understand your rights?
Oh, yes.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for a guilty plea?
No, they did not.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes.
Cause up, your call. And are you pleading guilty because you actually are guilty?
Yes. So.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give today will be the truth and the entire truth?
Yes, I do.
You can put your hand down. You need his file. Turning your attention to April 27, 2023. Were you driving in a 2008 white Chevy?
Yes, I was.
And were you in the area of West Grand Boulevard and Post Street in the city of Detroit?
Yes, I was.
And did you come in contact with the Detroit Police Department on that day, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
When asked to produce a valid driver's license, were you able to do so?
No, I wasn't.
Satisfied, counselor?
I am, Your Honor.
The court is also satisfied, stipulate to probable cause on the dismissals.
We'll so stipulate this time.
Thank you. And the court is going to enter a guilty plea on behalf of Ms. Brown for the failure to display. Ms. Brown, are you working?
No, I'm not.
Retired?
No, I'm not retired.
Okay. So my typical fines and fees in this court is $220 for failure to display. Would you be able to pay that within the next 30 days?
$230, you say?
220.
Oh, $220. I might need a little bit more time because I'm on just a one fixed income.
Okay. And are you in any physical condition to do 22 hours of community service, or you just need longer to pay the $220?
Longer to pay the $220.
Okay. So I'll give you until September 18th.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
You can also enter into a payment agreement at the court. You have to come down in person to do that. But either way, if you're going to enter into a payment agreement, you won't have to come back here. If you just go down and enter into a payment agreement and you stick to the payment agreement. But
okay.
If you don't, then I need to see you. And let's say that you don't do the payment agreement and you take it upon yourself to do the 60 days where you'll pay the $220. If it's not paid by September 18th, I need to see you back here on September 18th.
Okay.
So either way, if you're not, yeah. So September 18th, if it's not paid by September 18th, I need to see you back here on the Zoom.
Okay. Now, what time do they open? So you can walk into the 36th District Court then, right?
Yes, you can walk in.
Or do you need an appointment to go there?
No, you don't need an appointment. You can walk in.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine.
You just go to the cashier's desk and ask for a payment plan.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Is that what you think you're going to end up doing?
Yes.
Okay. So will you be able to do that by July 31st?
Oh, yes. I'm probably going to try to get on the bus and go do it tomorrow.
Okay. All right, so it will be in the system by tomorrow. We'll have it in there for you to enter into a payment agreement by then.
Okay, then, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Okay, you have a blessed one.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, thank you.
You're very much welcome. Thanks, Mr.
I can leave now?
Yes.
Okay.
8087.
No, darn.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay.
Mr. Worthing, did you have an opportunity to read Mr. Barber's pre-sentence investigation report?
I did, Your Honor. I did go over that with him.
Would he like to avail himself of the drug court that was recommended?
I would say yes, Your Honor.
I would strongly suggest it
Okay.
as well. We are just waiting for someone from drug court to come into the court room so that he, and I wish I had thought to do this a while ago because he could have been in the breakout room talking to them. This is the one that I was saying.